Liverpool are preparing an overhaul attack power right there, and it's gonna flip everyone's mind. This is gonna change how the Premier League will look next season or even for the next 2, 3 years. With a lot of exits, Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez, of course, with the passing of Diego Jota, may he rest in peace. Of course, Liverpool might be preparing 3 attackers to come in next season. Do they have the money? We'll talk about it. It might be Rodrygo, Ékitike, and Isak, or 2 of them at least. But if 2 leaves Liverpool, maybe 3 incomings. We'll talk about that. But before we go on, make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment below. Do you think it will happen? We'll ask you questions through the video, of course. So I want to hear your answers. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Turn on the notification bell to know when we go live, when we release a new video. Hit that like button. It starts with the news that have emerged yesterday, with Rodrygo being linked to Liverpool. And actually, Liverpool are one of the clubs that have spoken to Rodrygo's camps. They are keen on the signing of the left winger. Of course, that is paired with the Díaz exit. Rodrygo offers a lot to Liverpool. As we know that Arsenal are linked to him. They did the groundwork. Maybe Arsenal are closer, but maybe Liverpool can actually bid more than Arsenal. It depends on what Rodrygo wants. Does he join Liverpool or Arsenal? You let me know in the comment section. Who do you think he prefers? Does he prefer to join Liverpool? Is it better than joining Arsenal? Especially with Salah and Van Dijk being in their 30s. Is that their prime finished? Maybe Rodrygo will come in and be the superstar after Salah, along with maybe Isak as well, who is linked to Liverpool. Yes, Newcastle are insisting he's not for sale. We'll talk about it. We'll show you the news, of course. But listen, this is paired with the Díaz exit. That news have actually emerged lately that Díaz would want to go if Liverpool don't give him a new contract, an improved contract. He is Bayern top priority on the left. He wants Barcelona, and Barcelona want him. They already tried with Liverpool, and Liverpool said he's not for sale. Bayern tried to inquire about him, and Liverpool said he's not for sale. But what if they can land Rodrygo? I think they are waiting to see who's on the market for the left winger. We know that they have Gakpo and Díaz on that left wing. They are trying to sign a striker, of course, but in that left side, they can't be just left with Cody Gakpo. They need a left winger if Díaz leaves. He wants to go. There is a little bit of a backlash about him for not attending the funeral of the late Diego Jota, of course. And there is some of the Liverpool fans that want him to leave. Maybe the management will actually listen to the fans and they're going to let him go. He is emerging as a top priority for a couple of clubs, big clubs in Bayern and Barcelona. If they pay the money, as it's reported that Bayern Munich have him as their top of the list, especially after the Musiala injury, that he broke his fibula. He actually can be out from 3 to 5 months, depending on how he recovers. So they want Díaz. That is reported from Germany, of course. But that is, maybe that will clear the path to Rodrygo joining Liverpool on the left side and be the starting left side. I want you to imagine Rodrygo on the left, Salah on the right side, along with a striker that we will talk about. Is it Ekitike? Is it Isak? Or even both? Of course, he is someone that is so fluid, can play across the front 3. One of the things about Rodrygo, when Salah goes to AFCON, we know that Rodrygo can play on the right side. He prefers the left, but he can actually cover for Salah on the right side. And Gakpo is an adequate enough replacement on that left side, an adequate enough backup to that left side. He's an elite dribbler, can score with both feet, can shoot, can cross, can create. And Liverpool might need someone like this. If Díaz leaves, I am sure that Liverpool will try to get Rodrygo. If he's for sale, and it's reported that Rodrygo will be for sale because he isn't in the good side of Xabi Alonso. He doesn't prefer him. He doesn't play him. We saw him in the Club World Cup being benched for all the games. He hasn't started the game, if I'm not mistaken. So he would want to go to a team where he knows he's going to start. And for Liverpool, if Díaz leaves, Rodrygo is going to start on the left because he's better than Cody Gakpo. So that would be absolutely fantastic and magnificent for Liverpool. On another news, still Eintracht Frankfurt, Hugo Ekitike is deemed at Liverpool priority ahead of the likes of Victor Osimhen and Alexander Isak up top. But at the current moment, we know that Liverpool have only one striker, which is Darwin Núñez. So if Darwin Núñez leaves, which is the news that are reported that Darwin Núñez is the top priority for Napoli, they offered 47 million pounds, and Liverpool have rejected that. So maybe they will offer more money if they ship Osimhen for the fee that is reported to be about 55 million pounds, 70 million euros to Turkey. Maybe they can come in to Liverpool with a higher bid than what they offered, and that will clear the path to two strikers, not only one. So it is Hugo Ekitike, as it is reported by Fabrizio Romano, that Liverpool are interested in Ekitike and they have them as top priority, and he's keen to move to Liverpool, of course. So is Ekitike good enough to be the starting striker for Liverpool next season? I am not sure. He's a very good player. He is fantastic. He is similar to Marmoush, kinda better passer, but not as good a finisher as Marmoush, of course. But I think Liverpool can get Ekitike. By the way, Ekitike is not only someone that can play as a striker. He can play on across the front three and the left, on the right as well. He would cost a lot of money. He's 23 years old. Excellent off the ball movement. Relentless in pressing, of course. Runs a lot on the pitch. Lots of energy. He scored 26 goals for Eintracht Frankfurt, so he can actually score a lot of goals, and they can develop him. Liverpool need to rebuild their front line, especially if Díaz goes and Núñez go, and we know that Salah will have 2 years left, and he might leave after this. How much is the price for Ekitike? It is reported that Ekitike would cost around from 80 to 100 million euros. That is what is reported. Maybe Liverpool can negotiate the price down, as they did for Florian Wirtz. We know that they got Florian Wirtz with about 20 million pounds less than what the quoted price was from Bayern Leverkusen. They can do the same for Ekitike, especially if the guy is keen on the move. That front line for Liverpool with Salah, Ekitike, and Rodrygo behind them, Wirtz and McAllister and Gravenberch, that is scary. That is terrifying. I believe they will be favorites, even if other teams get Eucharist. But if Rodrygo joins Arsenal, maybe Arsenal have the upper hand. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. Who do you think is going to land Rodrygo? And does Rodrygo tip the scale towards one of the teams, towards Arsenal or Liverpool? I want to know what you guys think, of course. But internally, they think at Liverpool that he is someone that needs to come to the club for the future. Still, the dream is always going to be this man, Alexander Isak. Newcastle have reported that they are willing to give him the number 9 jersey and actually increase his wage. But would he force the move to Liverpool? I don't think so. It would require a bid of 150 million pounds for Liverpool to sit at the table with Newcastle. Will Newcastle reject a bid like this? People will ask me, but how would Liverpool get the money? If they sell Díaz for 70 million pounds or 65 million pounds, and they sell Darwin Núñez for 55, that is 100-something pounds. Liverpool already, as it is reported, still have 150 pounds to actually spend. They're raising another 100 pounds. That will take it to 250 million pounds. Can they actually get the 3? Do you see a world where Liverpool get the 3? That front line of Isak, Rodrygo, Salah might be one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world at the current moment. I believe it can be. I believe they will be favorites for the Premier League. I believe they will be actually favorites for the Champions League as well, along with keeping Van Dijk. They might sign Gay as well. That is a lot of money that Liverpool are willing to spend. This summer, they already spent a lot of money on Florian Wirtz, Frimpong, and Kerkes. Can Liverpool do the overhaul? I believe they can. You let me know in the comment section what you guys think. FSG are still trying to evaluate, should they sit on the table and test the water with 120 million pounds and maybe a lot of add-ons, but add-ons that can be achieved, like winning the Premier League, reaching a final of the Champions League. Newcastle don't seem like they want to sell, and I understand and I get it. But I'm going to repeat again. What if Isak wants to win today? Newcastle might not win next season or the season after. They might have to wait. And Isak is almost in the second half of his 20s. So maybe Isak would want to win today. Isak goes to Liverpool. I believe that Liverpool will retain the title. And I know that you think so too. So do you think he can force the move? Maybe. If they get Isak and they get Rodrygo, I think that would be the one of the strongest front lines. If they get Ékitike and Rodrygo, I think still, along with Florian Wirtz, that is very, very, very good front line. Díaz is gonna go. I think that Díaz is gonna go. Darwin Núñez is gonna go, and that will leave 3 spots at least in the front line, of course, for Liverpool to sign 3. Who are the 3? We don't know. We know that they need to sign top class forwards. We know that they need to sign a top class striker. Is it Isak? Is it Ekitike? I actually don't know. But listen, all I have to say is that that front line provides everything. Rodrygo, dribbling, ball retention, goal scoring. Salah is elite, one of the best wingers in the world. Isak or Ekitike. I know that Isak is better than Ekitike, but both of them can play the role of the number 9 in the perfect way. Of course, listen, I want to ask you a question before we end the show. Do you think Liverpool can land the 3? And what if they land Ekitike and Rodrygo only? And what if they don't? Do you think that Arsenal going to be favorites or Manchester City? You let me know in the comment section. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let me know in the comment section what you guys think, because I want to hear from you. As it says, Rodrygo, Ekitike, Isak, along with Salah and Wirtz. That is the dream for Liverpool, and I will see you guys later.